The narrative continues in Chapter 4 of The Convoluted Universe. In this chapter, Dolores Cannon worked with Janice, a volunteer and subject under hypnosis who provided valuable insights into UFO sightings and extraterrestrial abduction cases. Much of this information is detailed in Dolores's book, The Custodians, while the omitted parts are covered in Chapter 4 of The Convoluted Universe. Dolores frequently traveled to Little Rock, Arkansas, to work with Janice, suspecting that her experiences could offer new perspectives on extraterrestrial encounters. Janice's sessions under hypnosis revealed that extraterrestrials were not confined to interstellar travel, but also came from other dimensions. This discovery challenged traditional understandings of UFOs and opened up new avenues for exploration. During these sessions, Janice described encounters with beings on board enormous spacecraft, where she attended complex classes and learned about various subjects. The information from these interactions was so voluminous that it formed a significant portion of The Custodians. Janice recounted incidents of missing time, where she would be driving or attending a party, only to realize hours had passed without her memory of the events. Through regression, she detailed her encounters with extraterrestrial entities, including visits to massive spaceships, and described experiences that felt like entire cities within the craft. These interactions often involved non-verbal communication, with information transmitted directly to Janice's consciousness through symbols and energy patterns. Dolores Cannon also communicated with higher dimensional beings through Janice's trance state. These entities conveyed complex concepts, indicating a level of existence beyond the physical realm. The beings explained that their communication was limited, with information revealed only when the recipient was ready, and the broader public was capable of understanding it. Let's delve into more details from the session they had. Dolores used hypnosis techniques to take Janice back in time to describe what had happened. Janice had a dinner appointment with a friend. She got in her car and started driving. While she distinctly remembered leaving home early for the dinner, she was shocked to find out that by the time she arrived, the dinner was over. Hours had passed. Her friend was disappointed, worried, and curious to find out what had happened. This prompted Janice to have a session with Dolores to uncover the details. She was on her way to a Saturday afternoon dinner with friends at a house outside of Little Rock. She had called her friend before leaving to check if she needed to bring anything. Once she got on the freeway, she had a feeling of apprehension, sensing something unusual might happen. As she drove, she started to feel strange sensations, but had learned from previous experiences that she could still drive safely, even when these sensations occurred. Despite this uneasy feeling, she continued driving until suddenly she saw a massive spaceship in front of her, but slightly above her. The sight left her in awe as the ship was enormous, with different sets of windows indicating multiple stories. At this point, she was already experiencing missing time, as she discovered when she arrived at the party much later than expected, unaware that hours had passed. This missing time incident prompted Dolores Cannon to further explore what Janice saw and experienced under hypnosis. Let's hear some interesting conversations between them as recorded in the book. Encounter with a ship, J, in awe. Huge, huge ship. It's in front of me, but it's above me. I'm looking, and I think, what exit? I was only on the freeway for a minute or two, and there it is. D. Do you see other cars around you? J. I know there are other cars, but it's like I'm the only one. It's like I'm in a corridor, for lack of a better term. It's like I'm in my own space, but it's separate from the other car's space. D. Then what happens? J. I'm just blipped. I didn't understand. Swoosh, just snap your fingers and it's just blip. Poof. It's an instant thing. It's almost as fast as a thought can be. 1 minute I was on the freeway, and then I wasn't anymore. I'm up there. D. Is your car up there too? J. Oh, yeah. D. Tell me what you see. J. It's like you have your own city there. It's just so big. And we leave the car right there and I go with them. You know they're waiting for you and they take you where you have to go. This place is so big you would get lost. You couldn't even find your way around. It's so big. J. Oh, goodness. Ooh, it was really fast. Really, really, really fast. My body feels weird. An almost hysterical laugh. Oh, it tingles all over. D. What do you see as it slows down? J. It's not slowed down in my mind yet. Physically I am, but it's still fast. It's still fast. D. Why are you making those motions? J. Softly. It's a greeting. D. Who are you greeting? J. A being. D. Can you describe the being? J. The being is an area that is light, but it's a body, like it's not physical yet. The light is very bright. It is the absence of color. You would say it is the brightest light you have ever seen. D. Is he conversing with you? J. Yes, it's like instructions of some kind, explanations and instructions. D. Can you repeat what he's saying? J. Well, I don't hear them. It's not in words. It's like if you saw dust coming or you felt it going into yourself. I mean, it's more than your brain. It's more. D. Is this place not on Earth, is it? No. Another planet? J. They don't call them planets. D. What do they call them? J. I can't say right now. D. So it's different, but nonetheless it is real. Yes. But do the people, the beings that live there, need bodies? No. Was that a body that was shown to Janice? J. Yes. It was a body that was shown to her, as our bodies can be shown. It is not a shape that we maintain all the time. D. It is not a solid body like hers, a physical body? No. Is this because you don't need a body? J. That is correct. Instructions and lessons. D. Can you describe what kind of instructions or explanations you are getting? J. It's more like impressions. I don't always hear words. It's like a knowing that flows through me, almost like I've always known it. It's a sense of understanding. D. Do you interact with others on the ship? J. Yes, but not like we do on Earth. It's more telepathic. Sometimes I just know what they want me to do without anyone saying anything. It feels natural here. D. What does it feel like to move so fast? J. It's exhilarating, but it's also disorienting. You know you're moving, but it's like you're in a different space, separate from everything else. You don't see much. It's just a blur of color. D. Are you experiencing any discomfort? J. Not really discomfort, just intense sensations. Sometimes I feel hot, sometimes cold. It's like my body is adjusting to the energy here. But I'm okay. It's just part of the experience. D. How does being on the ship make you feel? J. There's a sense of unity, like we're all connected. It's peaceful even though there's so much going on. It feels like a community. Everyone has a purpose and knows what they're doing. D. What other places do you go on the ship? J. There are so many places, but they're not all physical. Some are more like energy spaces where things can shift and change. It's hard to describe, but it all makes sense when you're there. D. Do you know why you're brought to the ship? J. It's to learn, to understand things we can't on Earth. They teach us about energy, the universe, and our role in it. But it's not like a class. It's more experiential. You just absorb it. Returning to the freeway. D. What happens when you return to Earth? J. It's like I never left except for the missing time. They put me back in the same spot, but I feel different, like I've been on a journey, but I don't remember it until we do this, hypnosis. It can be confusing, but I know it has a purpose. These are some of the most intriguing exchanges that capture the essence of the exploration of UFO and interdimensional encounters, with Janice revealing her experiences through hypnosis. The discussions touch on the different states of being, light-based communication, and the complex nature of interdimensional travel and interaction. This is how the first session between them concluded. After a short break, they had another session to continue exploring what had happened. We'll cover that in a separate video, so stay tuned. If you enjoy my content, please like and subscribe.